Bom, eu vou convidar agora, pode por gentileza passar o meu slide. Então vou convidar agora o senhor Andrew Pattison. O senhor Andrew Pattison, ele esteve à frente de uma série de iniciativas digitais, principalmente no enfrentamento de epidemias e pandemias, também fazendo aí a reunião de uma série de instituições durante a pandemia de Covid-19 para que pudesse ter uma resposta global adequada. E atualmente o senhor Andrew é líder da equipe de canais digitais no Departamento de Saúde e Inovação Digital da Organização Mundial da Saúde. Thank you very much, Andrew. The floor is yours.
Good morning, bom dia. I apologize that I don't speak Portuguese, and I only understand some of it, so I hope what Mark said about me was very nice. I'm Andy Pattison. I'm team lead for digital channels at the WHO, based in Geneva, Switzerland. And my job is to get more health messages to more people so that they can make better health decisions and lead healthier lives. Firstly, I'd like to thank Mark for the invitation to speak at such an esteemed group, and thank you for your short attention today. I'm going to speak for about 6 or 7 minutes, and then I'm happy to take any questions or comments or criticisms. I'm very open to that. When it comes to the types of digital health intervention that I consider, I'm just going to mention 4 today. This list is not exhaustive, and it's based on my opinion from a global level in public health, and I don't have the detail and understanding that you do at local government levels. So please forgive me with this area. So for me, there's the general channel of getting communications out, more capacity building, just telling people about awareness, especially with regards to NCDs, non-communicable diseases, chronic diseases. Basically, we're trying to tell people, everybody, to move more, eat better, don't smoke, and don't drink. So for me, this is very much a channel where we're just pushing out messages the whole time. The second type of intervention is a more personal one, which digital can help, especially when we have limited workforce. And that would be what I call digital health interventions, where people can manage their disease through a chatbot or a channel or some type of interaction with a computer or AI. This helps them, for example, stop smoking. I have a friend in London, he smokes. He says stopping smoking is very easy. He's already done it 10 or 12 times. He needs this kind of tool to help him through his journey. The third type is a very simple one, which I think you use very well here in Brazil, is connecting people with real-life interventions. So they get a bit of information, but they can set up appointments to reach the right people at the right time when they need the services. I think Brazil is one of the leaders in this space when it comes to digital, from what I've seen. Something that's often ignored is the fourth type I'm just going to mention today. These are digital health tools which support the healthcare workforce. Often overlooked because we look at populations. If we can help the healthcare workforce, they can help many more people. So for me, this is a vital area which is often overlooked. Of course, in parallel to this, we need to build digital literacy and embrace new tools. Of course, now with the buzzword for the last 18 months has been AI. I was speaking to somebody at the Gates Foundation a couple of weeks ago, and they said every single proposal that we get now has the word AI in it, and no one really knows what that means. I think the private and public sector need to get a better understanding of AI and understanding how it could support our work. However, all these interventions are fine, but I would like to say I'm a huge believer in public and private partnerships. I think that we, as public health officials, have all the right content that we need. However, we don't have the reach. I think that by working with the tech industry, we work with the gaming industry and many other partners, we can get our content into people's lives, into their digital journeys, without breaking our message, but by making it more interesting. We are not the best communicators in the world in the public health area. But there are a lot of companies out there who do this incredibly well. They know their audiences, they know the voice, they know the type of content they're consuming. I say trust these people to help us get our messages across. Let's release a little bit of the pressure we have on maintaining the message perfectly accurate, and let these messages go out in a way that companies like Google or Meta can tell us that people are consuming content. For me, it's all about getting content into people's digital journeys. You all have a smartphone here. On the average smartphone, there's some 30 apps, maybe 80. The latest number says 80. But we use, 7, 9 a day at most. I have a yoga app on here I've never used. So let's try and get into those 7 to 9 apps. Whatever it is, WHO is trying to get there. So if you're on WhatsApp, I want to be there. If you're on Google Maps, I want to be there. If you're on Tinder, I want to be there. And we are working with all of those companies to get our content out there. We work with TikTok, Google, Meta, and about 60 other companies worldwide to get our content out. My team is called Channels because they are the channels to carry my content out into people's lives. I don't want to bring people kicking and screaming into WHO's website. It's not the best type of website for the general population. But if I can talk to companies to get them to get our content into your digital journeys, then I've succeeded. So WHO has large content repositories. We have tools which allow us to use WhatsApp chatbots. We have tools that are built. We are building, launched just this week at the Ministry of Health on Monday in Brasilia, are playbooks, so not just content, but also chat interactions. What works, what doesn't, what's been working on SMS messaging for the last 20 years, now on WhatsApp chatbots. We have 18 or 20, mostly NCD-related chatbots. Content is out there, translated into 20 languages, including Portuguese, although I am aware that maybe we need to translate into Brazilian Portuguese, which is obviously a lot different, but we can do this as well. My point is, this content is there, it's WHO's, but it's there for you to also to use and to take on these projects. We want to make your lives easier. So if there's anything we can do in this space, you can let us know. Excuse me. So when it comes to digital tools and public health, public health at WHO has been around for 75 years now, and 76 soon. Digital interventions, maybe 5, 10, properly in the last 2 or 3 years. So my point is, whatever we're doing, maybe the evidence is not yet there. My encouragement for you today is when you have your own digital tools, have a research element in everything you do. Let's create some case studies, let's have peer review, and let's publish out there so that others can learn from our experience. This is extremely important for a country like Brazil. As I said, digitally advanced when it comes to the rest of the world. You need to start publishing, peer review, work with academia, call for papers, and all of this. Let's build the evidence to prove that they work. Do they work? Yes, they do work. When I get to the end of my day and it says I have 200 steps to do, I usually get off my bum and I do something about it. It's a nudge, but it works. This week in Recife, they have launched 6 months ago they launched, but this week they told me that they launched this life cycle chatbot to increase vaccination rates. And since they launched it, vaccination rates have gone up in the municipality by 11%. That's extraordinary amount. So they do work. What I've encouraged them to do is peer review that data and publish. I'm going to leave you with a couple of thoughts because my job is scale. What you're doing in Brazil is scale already, but I want to take you a little bit further. I think Brazil is uniquely positioned as a thought leader with digital health. You may not think so some days. You may think we don't have enough resources. I've never met somebody who's in charge of digital health at any level who thinks they have enough resources. If we are not busy, we're not doing our jobs. We should be swamped with the amount of work we have to do. But I think that Brazil is very well advanced. We see some really good case studies. And as an inspiration, I would like to consider 2 things. You've had a fantastic G20 this year as chair. Next year, South Africa are taking on the chairmanship. They already have an idea, which I think Brazil could get into, which is to help all mothers, expecting mothers, to help them through their life cycle journey from the moment they're pregnant till the 5th year of their child's birth. Help them through chatbots and channels to manage their health and their baby's health and vaccination campaigns. It already works in South Africa. South Africa's dream is to bring it globally. It reduces costs, it increases vaccination rates, it saves lives, and it means that less people in the healthcare workforce need to deal with actual cases. It keeps people away from emergency services as well. Costs are down, health is up, lives are saved. I rest my case. The second thing is that I would love to think a year from now that a group from the Ministries of Health, digital health areas, and NGOs, pharma, will be helping Portuguese-speaking countries around the world. Wouldn't it be amazing if a year from now, an incredible group of people would be in Angola or Guinea-Bissau, talking to them and helping them develop their digital health program? Let's go build capacity in these countries where they have very little capacity, very little services, very little infrastructure. Let's help them get from where they are, from zeros to heroes. And I think that would be a really incredible thing that we would do together. And Brazil is uniquely placed to be able to do that. I'll stop there, Mark. I've probably gone over time, but thank you very much. Happy to take questions or comments.